green area. So I put a little bit more yellow in there. Okay, green yellow. Now spray a little bit more water there. I did not spray water there. So now I'm going to put a little red on here. So my painting, in general. So actually, he's a good boy. He's a UNLV now. Trying to study to be a doctor, like what I did before. All right. Anyway, so the colors start mixing with each other. All right. Of course, there's no much red on the Bighorn. Okay. This is the ideal colors, but sometimes I end up with more colorful in general. I'm fine with it. So remember, watercolor is they are teenagers. Do not. So now the color, why do I use that? Is because they do need a little bit more mixing. Okay, but I don't go like this. Just guide them, let them mix a little bit more. Okay, a little bit more.
So Lian, do you usually work flat?
Yeah, it has to be flat.
So you don't want to.
Yeah, otherwise the color all dropping down. Yeah. For this method, you have to do it flat. Okay. So sometimes you can borrow color from here. Let's say I want to make a little bit darker here. Just get the color from there. All right. So many people are kind of scary at this point. They're afraid to screw up. Don't worry about it. Your picture, you're painting the picture. You are the boss, not the picture. Okay. So whatever ends up, whatever you have, you're happy with it. That's what Buddhism taught me too. Okay. So you're happy what you have, you deserve it, either good or bad. Okay. So anyway, so I like this kind of effect here. That's what I want to leave a little lighter color there. And actually, it's going to be a tree. So I'm going to paint the tree later. But this is the foundation. This kind of overall coloring. Okay. So see, the Bighorn is more orangey, red, kind of color. Okay. The trees are more green kind of color. Okay. So now let's mix the color. Sometimes the color get into each other. I don't mind about that. So this is not for blushing to make it even. Just blend the color together. Okay. Blend the color together. So let's spray a little bit more water. Okay. So in case they say, I don't like too much red on that spot, take it off. It's easy. So don't worry, be happy. So painting watercolor, you should be have a free mind. Okay. Nobody cares if painting look like a picture or not, except while you're doing somebody's portrait or commission. And it's one thing I do not like doing a portrait, or do not do complete commission, because it's not free. Okay? All right. Now this area between the horns, just use my finger to do that. All right. So I want the color go there. So spray water like that. It is still small. Oh, big. Nice. Okay. Nice. Okay. Since we are living in a red rock country, let's. I'm going to add some red rocks down here. How about that? Okay. So let's get the color. Where's my red? Oh, I see. Thank you. All right. So there's some red color. So have fun. Red color. So, alright. So red rock is not always red. Okay, there's some kind of orangey, color too. Okay. Alright. Okay. Now on the ground we do have some glasses. Okay. Alright. So Sometimes I blow the color to get some kind of glass effect, you know, on the ocean, inside of underwater painting. I do this to get the corals.
Okay.
Yeah. So, okay. Now I'm gonna use my finger, blend the color together like that, and mix them a little bit more. Now I'm going to put a little bit more green between the feet. Okay. All right. So I'll get this color. So what's the shape of the rocks? I don't care. You know, I don't know yet. We do that later.
Did you draw the rocks yet? Or
Huh?
did you draw any rocks or leave it blank?
No.
Okay.
I drew some rocks, but it may not end up like that. But ideally, I'm going to have a rock.
So you had it fit in your
Yes,
sketch?
yeah,
then?
sketch kind of idea where it's going to be.
Okay.
All right. So now, before it dries, I need a horn here to be a little bit lighter. So this is no magic, just a dry towel. Okay. The head, the nose area a little bit lighter. So if you push down before the color dries, you can get lighter colors. Okay. All right. So the butt here is kind of light already. Okay. So it's okay like that. All right. So the color keep going into the horn because this area a lot of color liquid. So I need to do a little bit more, one more time, maybe a couple more times. Okay. All right. So right now it does not look like anything. Okay. It's okay. This is the foundation. When you paint watercolor, some of you probably do the washing. This about washing. Okay. These kind of shrubs. Use my finger.
Yeah.
Okay. To clean that.
Leon, is that artist paper?
Yeah. Oh. And then put some of them on the tree area. In order not when you do this dangerous, you know, so to splash on the sheep. So when you have tree leaves on this painting, there's no much tree leaves. But anyway, if you do tree leaves, this can be the way to do tree leaves. Actually, you can do like this smaller. Okay, right. So this looks like tree leaves. Alright. So a little bit on this side. So now you can see the variation of colors. Some darker, some lighter, to protect the bighorn and then not to drop there. And then you know. Okay, so some down here. So this is for the variation of colors. Okay. So if you do a very good job, you know, sometimes you can avoid getting onto the sheep. Alright. So now I need a little bit more purple, so I just get more red. Okay, on the red rocks. Put some color here. So now you can see variation of colors. Okay. So, all right. So usually at this point I stop. So in my workshop, I stop and then let students do up to this point. And then I come back when the color dries more. I do a little bit more. Okay. So I let it dry. If I'm in a hurry, I use a hair dryer to dry it. But I'm not in a hurry today, so that's why I say 3 hours. That's the most time I have in the demo. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna now. Sometimes I tilt up the painting like that at this point. Now there's more shrubs here, branches, and then let the color blend into each other. Or so the color drops. They kind of blending into each other. Now you can see kind of naturally formed rocks.
Yeah.
So
Can you move it that way?
yeah, so like that. You keep going down, okay? keeps going down. So now I'm going to leave. I need to take some more color out of the Bighorn. I'm going to leave these there and then for dry and then paint the grapes. You want to do it? You can have one lane.
What?
Come on. Okay. So 3, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll
Now
look at your color.
I want you to help me to drop the color of the painting. That's all. You see me dropping the painting of colors, right?
Yeah.
So okay. So I'm going to spray water here.
What are we painting?
Doesn't matter. We paint grapes, but we drop color
Grapes?
first. Yeah. So now how about you do the drop on this area. Try. Okay. Yeah. Drop more. I need more. Yeah, more. Yeah. Go get more. Nice. Yeah. More. Okay. Good. Now.
This is
No.
easy when you don't force it.
Yeah, I know. Drop some more here. Drop some more here on this area.
The last one, user supplies.
So, okay, good. Hey, that's nice, right?
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
We
real-
stop painting and we sell this for $1 million. Okay, good. Well, all right. So, can you go for the yellow, please? Yeah. Same thing on this area. You can put it everywhere, but then you put more on this area. Yeah. So this is going to be the kind of orangey grape, and this is the main focal point area, and there's another group of grapes there. So now these other areas, yellow, yeah, leaves, more yellow here, more yellow there. Okay. Yeah. So if you put a little bit more water, you drop more yellow.
Lots of water.
More yellow,
Yeah.
more yellow.
I never use that much water.
Isn't that something?
Oh my gosh.
I'm scared to use them. Do you ever use 300 pound?
Yeah, 300 pounds. The advantage is that great. I think that's enough.
But that's not 300 pounds.
It is 140.
140.
300 pounds.
I
I don't use that much. 300 pounds. Yeah, you should do blue.
When do you use 300 pounds?
Outdoor sketch.
Outdoor.
Yeah. So try not to put a lot here. More here. More here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks different when you go up. You go up with it.
Yeah.
And here?
Yeah. Put some there. A few drops on top here.
Here?
Mm-hmm.
Down here?
Yeah. So you can put some there too. Okay. That's nice.
The trick is no.
You want to try? Nobody try? Okay. All right. So yeah, you try. Okay. All right. So whatever you want to drop, you drop. It's okay. Don't worry. Paint grapes, I have no sketch in general, but I have a main idea. Where's my my focal point? And then so for this painting, here's my focal point. Okay. And here's my kind of balancing. So two big groups of grapes. Okay. So now we spray a lot of water. A lot of color on it. Okay. So now I'm going to use my finger
To make the grapes. Look at that.
to form the grapes
Isn't that something?
on the edges. On the edges.
Some. Some is the grapes.
Okay. But try not to do much on the center here, because the center won't allow me to do that. Now I tilt my painting a little bit. The color drops. That's the wine of the grape.
Oh my God.
And it's my signature.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now kind of this wine going through like this. So watercolor paint themselves. See how beautiful the color look like. Okay, look. So when you have too much, take some out. That's all. Don't worry, be happy. Okay. All right. So wherever I can have opportunity to do a grape, I do a grape. Okay. All right. And then this color here, only the blue may not be so interesting. And later I want to make it into leaves. So I drop a little bit more yellow here. So watercolor mix themselves. Do not try to mix them too much, okay? The more you touch them, the worse they are. Let's see, okay? So they are teenagers, just remember that. There are going to be more leaves around here, but we do not get the exact shape yet. So you paint like this, it's impossible to get the shape at this time because it's too wet. So when you paint orchids, orchid has a lot of air roots. You can do the same thing for the like this. So that's how come I did not spray on this area, leaf area, so that I can get some definite shape. Okay. All right. So here, let's do some grapes as well. Okay. And then you worry about it. They don't look like the complete shape yet. Do not worry. We are going to get it. Okay. So I'm using my hand, my finger here.
It's like finger painting.
Yeah. Actually, in China, there's a style finger nail painting. Use finger and nail, fingernail.
Oh,
No brushes.
Wow.
Yeah. So we don't get to see that. All right. I think I'm going to need some leaf on the top here. Okay. And also I need some more grapes on this area. But this color is too light to grapes. So then I'm going to splash a little bit more red here. Okay. All right. And then do a little bit more blue and yellow there. Okay. Okay. You can have fun. Blow the colors. Okay, so when you blow the colors, it kind of creates some texture, Right.
I remember you doing that with the cactus when you were in the workshop.
Oh, we
Doing the blow to make the
okay.
the spines on the cactus.
Oh, you were there in the
I
workshop?
was. I've
Okay.
taken both of them.
Oh, okay. I did twice already.
Yeah,
Oh my
you
gosh.
did.
Times fly by, huh? Okay. So now I have a stronger color for that group. Okay. All right. So now you can see kind of abstract great painting now. So all right. This bring down a little bit more. Okay. So this is 140-pound paper has a problem. This problem. So this valley like this. So so you can take it out. You can take it out. Okay.
Will you have that problem with a 300-pound?
No. So that's the good thing about 300-pound paper. So when I do outdoor sketch, I try to use that. So then it look, on this, it looks better and also more practical outdoor. I don't have to worry about walking. Okay. All right, now same thing. We're going to do the darker value. Okay. Okay, good. Still holding this inside. All right, now same two colors. How come I do not use these? These are diluted color. I cannot make dark color out of that. Okay, so this is for the contrasting, color contrasting. Okay. Okay, some more blue on the leaf area. You will have a more blue. Okay. And this is going to be leaf as well, more blue. Okay. So now you can see they are darker, they are lighter. Okay. And then on the wine area, I put a little bit more purple. So tilt the painting up a little bit, so the color mix them together, so they are free mind. So very nice color, they mix to each other. Okay. All right. So at this point, I think I'm kind of done with the color pouring. Okay. Yeah. So you see some dark. You see some lights. Okay. So dark light. Okay. All right. So you're gonna leave this alone. Any questions, everybody? No? Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Who's your favorite, who are some of your favorite watercolor artists?
Well, Vince Homer, John Sargent, you know. Yeah. And then for portrait, Charles Reed. Yeah.
Can you get us home?
Yeah.
Where's your home?
So those people, I like their paintings. Here, you know, improvise. To another here. Okay. So now I'm going to leave this alone and go back to the. So you paint according to what you want to see. You don't paint what you see. It's different. Okay. What you see is, you know, on the picture. But generally, you do not want to paint what you see. Okay. This is my other picture. Okay. Actually, instead of doing this one, the trunk, I kind of like this one. So yeah, this one is better. So now on this side here, still a trunk. Paint around the horns, and the body, the ear here. Okay, so this top of the horn. Okay.
Leon, what do you put your masking on with?
That's a good question, actually. What I use is the best tool is a tip of this. So you can make very thin lines like what I have. Those are thin lines. I use that. If you want to make a thick line, use the flat area, and it does not cost you anything. When you buy a brush, it comes with it. So many people have many different ideas over the years. You know, and the manufacturer try to come up with different things on that as well. But I still like these the best. So. Now, the shape almost there. You can see that coming along, right? So this is actually called negative painting. You paint around. You paint around the object, you get the object. In this situation, I paint around the bighorn, and I get the shape of that. I'm going to have more branches, but at this point we are not doing that yet. How come this bottom is like this, not a straight line? It's because there are grasses in front of it. So on this side, on the top, we do the same thing.
I have a question.
Yes? Go ahead.
After you spray this paint,
Yeah?
how long do you have to wait to do repainting again? Have to wait to completely dry or have to dry or?
After you spray, you want the paper wet, so you don't want to wait for a long time.
Still
So,
have to
so
wait
you, have,
that?
you don't need to wait, just do it.
Okay.
Okay. So now you can see the sheet is getting the shape. Okay. All right. So so I'm going to leave the sheet lighter, and then I have to paint around it darker. For instance, you know, here. Okay, I'm going to paint a little faster. So you can see the whole shape of the Bighorn. So the back with this is all down here the ground. Now you can see the whole sheet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing.
So we are going to paint the blanket. Okay. All right. I'm going to paint this area somewhat like that. Anyway, here you see better in this branch. Okay. Thick blue. That's thick red. Okay. So maybe start from here. Go this way. Texture. Get into the horn. Oops. It's okay. And here's the edge. Okay. Continue. A little more. Like that. On the top, I paint the background darker. Okay, so there's two ways of doing it. The background is darker, and the top of the trunk is lighter. Okay, on this area, drop a little bit more blue, yellow on that. Okay, so this is not the major focal point area. There are more branches. Okay, maybe this will do a better job. Sometimes I make it up. Okay, let's put more here. I find this is interesting.
So Lian, when you started, did you, take workshops with people like Charles Reed and ones like that, or did you just start on your own and
I never take a workshop with Charles Lee.
with anybody?
Yeah, I hate to tell you, I didn't take a workshop on anybody.
You never did?
Yeah, I look at I bought the books, DVDs,
Right.
and study from there. So I try to get their books and DVD, try to learn from their technique. And then once I feel I learned enough, I move on to another artist. Actually, Roland Lloyd Craft, I study him a lot.
Who?
Roland Lloyd Craft.
Roland?
Roland.
Lloyd?
He passed away already. He's among the color-coding people. Same as, similar to Nita Andrews. You know Nita Andrews? Okay. All right. So, do a little bit darker here. So the background, that's enough right now. All right. So at this point, usually I start with the I start doing the animal. Okay. Okay. Just put some glasses. Split my brush. If you have those frame brushes, it'll be easier. I try to split it, or dry brush. Okay. So my finger here, try to have the brush split it a bit more. Okay. On this side. So you have more, you have glasses like that. Okay. A little more texture. It looks okay, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure does.
Okay.
Now, is the top of that branch out there, was that masked?
Those, when you see these lighter ones?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
light
the-
little ones, I
yeah, yeah,
understand,
they're all
but
masked.
the big branch that went out,
Yeah.
did you mask that also?
Yeah, all those small ones,
Oh, only the small?
You could have painted that,
Yeah,
Diana.
right.
the small ones,
Yeah,
okay? But not the big ones.
not the big one,
Yeah.
so scatter.
All right, now, ready?
All right.
Okay, so we gotta do some details quick, okay? I'm not sure you can still probably do zoom in more. Now I need to look at the picture and do some details of the sheet, okay? So now, this side is darker colors. Because it's in the shape. So you just need to, now I'm painting the way that usually people paint, you know.
So your paper is damp right now,
No,
not damp?
no, it's,
Dry?
it's mostly dry,
Mhm.
but still a little bit. If it damp, I cannot do that much about detail at all.
Yeah, and he didn't get the
Oh, okay, actually, because either way, it dried.
So a little bit more detail. Okay. Alright, so a lot of details. The eye area, the ear. So this side of the head, the face, a bit darker. So this is another. It disappeared into here, it's okay. It's not necessary to separate so well, okay? This has to be a little bit darker. Alright. A little exciting color, more warmer color, same as here. You like this color.
Mhm.
So when I paint, many times I invent colors as well.
Mhm.
Try to get a little bit more exciting color and very dull colors. So all these detail takes a little bit more time. And here's the shadow going down like that. And the stomach is darker here. In general, you are painting a bigger shading area first. So you put the whole thing first. In order to have some texture, you dry, make your brush dry a little bit, and you can be able to create some rough textures like that. Maybe darker shadow. For shadows, it's not necessarily, the same value. For instance, here is darker, and here's lighter. If you want to ask questions, it's fine. I can answer questions while I'm painting.
Are you using red right now, Lian?
Majorly, I'm using blue and red.
Blue.
Yeah, blue and red. Okay.
Lian, maybe in about 5 or 10 minutes, when you get to a place to stop, we could just take like a 5 or 10 minute break,
Yeah, yeah.
and then they could come up and look at see what it looks like,
Okay.
because it probably looks different than
Yeah,
the
it
video.
looks different from the,
So right now, it's about 5 minutes to 2, so maybe,
yep,
you know, just let us know when you get to a spot where you,
yep.
Lian, what kind of brush are you using now?
I'm using the black velvet.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yep, I think it's a good idea to everybody take a break first. After I do a little on the head. Because the head is more important. Once you get the head done, the other is easy. And then the head is especially the ear.
and I noticed that instead of using masking tape, it looks like you're using a clear, like packing tape, or what do
Yeah.
you use?
The clear packing tape better than masking tape.
And it doesn't tear your paper up?
Yeah.
No,
Is it a thinner? You know,
thinner, and also you see.
I was always told it tore, I'm shocked.
Even tear depends on how you tear out. When you peel it out, you peel away from the blending.
Right.
You
And then
put the
you
hair
okay.
dryer on,
Yeah, okay.
and then it lifts.
You don't paint, you peel, don't peel, you know,
But it looks like it's thinner. Like,
Yeah.
those rolls usually are wide,
mhm.
so you're getting them thinner?
Thin one is okay. Doesn't matter to me.
Where do you get it?
Oh, just Costco.
Okay. Yes, the thin rolls.
Yeah. They have thin nose, they have,
Big ones.
doesn't matter thin or thick, I mean, just grab it from wherever at home. My daughter used them a lot too for the project. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop, and then, okay, take, you, everybody.